There we go. Sorry about that. I was all fingers and thumbs. I still had my phone in its case, and I take it out of the case to stick in the holder, but I forgot to do that bit. Hey ho. How we're all doing? Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Well, I say good morning. It's like it's about 11 a.m. here, so it's not like really early, but it might be for somebody somewhere. So we're just on with this for a little bit. I'm going to be on for about an hour today, because I've got a client today later on. So I thought, you know what, I'll pop on and see who's about. I've had some really lovely, engaging conversations lately with different people, so that's been really nice. Really lovely to meet some new people who have subscribed to the channel as well. So thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for enjoying. And let's just see what happens today, eh? And it's different every single time. Every single time I come on a live, it's different. There's different people all the time, with different things going on and what have you. So it's just good to chat, and sometimes it's a good place for people to just vent and talk and discuss things that might be going on in their life, to get some little bit of clarity or whatever that might be going on with them. So yeah, who knows? So I looked at the so this painting that I'm working on currently, I looked at the actual digital photo of it, and the photo of it, it's the pink of the flower is a lot more vivid, whereas on the printout that I've got here, it's not as striking. So I'm having to go over some of it just to tone it down a little bit, because it's more whitish pink rather than a vivid pink. So that's what I'm doing. So just down here, I've just toned it down a little bit to begin with, but I'm gonna work around the flower. But we've got 14 in the chat, so do say hello, and let us know where you're from. And yeah, welcome. If you're new here, please do subscribe to the channel. It's wonderful to get new followers and new subscribers that check out the content and see what's going on and enjoy coming on the lives and having little bits of discussions about whatever might come up. So welcome. And this is a safe community, it's a safe space that anybody might want to join and chat on and what have you. And this channel is predominantly, it's about meditation and Reiki and the spiritual practices between, to facilitate and help us deal with mental health and our earthly life, and understanding more about ourselves a little bit as well. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, then hit that subscribe button, because it's lovely always connecting to different people that want to talk about all sorts of different things. And that's how, because life is so varied, it's not, for so many people, because we're all individuals and we all have different things going on, and sometimes this is a great place for people to just be, to just talk and to just meet other people. There's been quite a few people that have come on here and have met others through their lives and built quite a good connection. And on the channel now we have the community page, so you can keep in touch with other subscribers on the channel as well. So that's a really good addition that YouTube have added to this live facility. It's a really good addition for building that that community. Yeah. So let us know where you're from. Let us know how you're doing today. Let me know what you're up to. If you want to talk about anything, if you got anything specific that's going on that you just want to get off your chest or whatever, you know, you don't know who's listening, who could help. I might be able to help in some way. I might be able to give you another way of thinking about things or looking at things, but totally optional. You don't have to. It's just, if this is just your peaceful space to just be, and to just be with yourself as well, that's totally fine. There's no pressure here. It's just a safe space for people to just be, to just watch, to listen, learn maybe. Totally optional. Never any pressure. Obviously, it's nice to get some conversation going in the chat as well. Got a hair. Don't know where that's come from. Probably one of the dogs. Or it might be off me, like one of my beard hairs. I don't know. So yeah, so I hope we're all well. I've just done a nice meditation this morning before I came on here. I've not had much chance the last few days to do a meditation. But that's how I start my day, meditating. It's something that I just have to do. I don't always get chance every day, but I try to live more mindfully. So if I don't get chance to meditate, then just being more mindful and in the present moment with things helps with that as well. Helps with that clarity that I need for each day. And it just gives me a little bit of ability to just focus my mind a little bit. Katharina Cortez, hi, how are you? Welcome to the live. How's your day going? I hope you're well. Whereabouts are you? Katharina sounds maybe Mexican, Portuguese, Spanish, something like that maybe, I don't know. Where are you from, Katharina? Rafaela, hello. How's life? How's things going? Where's everybody from? Let me know where you're from. Luigi Mangione, I made a memorial video for Charlie Kirk on your shorts. Bless you. Rafaela, life is good. Excellent. That's what we like to hear. Life is good. What have you got planned today? Where are you, Rafaela? Sounds Italian, that name. Is it? Are you Italian? Philippines. Oh, miles off. I do apologise. Miles off. Well, welcome. It's lovely to have you here. And thank you for introducing yourself and saying hello. It's lovely to speak to someone different on the live. There's always so many different people that jump on, so it's really nice to chat to different people. It really is. Bullet Auto Repairs Mobile. Hi from English South Coast. Oh, lovely. Really nice. Hope you're good and healthy. I'm very well, thank you. English South Coast. Are you kind of West Country, or are you in the middle somewhere, Bournemouth, along that way? It's a beautiful part of the country. Especially places like, I love Cornwall and Devon. It's really lovely down there. Snowy VR, hello. Yo. Yo, bro. How are you? At least the paint's behaving itself today a little bit better. I was a right chew on with it. Yes, I think it was yesterday or the day before. It just would not do what I wanted it to do. And of course, it wasn't my fault. It was the paint's fault. What am I doing? I'm doing a painting of a rose. So it's I'm just it was a lot whiter than what it was meant to be, so I'm just bringing it down a little bit with a little bit of sort of pinky colour, because I'm going off this print off here. So it's a picture for a friend. I'm going off this print off, which didn't print very well. It's all stripy, but when I've looked at the digital photo, the actual petals are a lot more vibrant. They're a lot brighter and pinkier. So I'm just bringing that whiteness that I've put on down. So they're a little bit more colour to them, because I think it'll serve the picture better in the long run. But I'll probably need to go over the shade a little bit again later on. Wow, so cool. Thank you. I'm not really much of a flower. I don't really paint or draw flowers that much, but I'm really enjoying doing this. It's taken me out of my comfort zone a little bit. Are you in the UK? I am in the UK. What time is it in the Philippines? It must be what? 11, 12, 1, 2, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, roughly. $6:21. All right. That's PM, isn't it? Because you're ahead. Yeah, ahead of us. So what have you done today? What do you do? Do you work? Where do you work? What do you do? What do I do for a living? Well, I'm a Reiki therapist. I'm also a meditation teacher. I also do hypnotherapy and EFT, and I'm also a personal trainer, but I don't currently have any PT clients. I tend to do more of the holistic wellness than the physical wellness at the minute. But yeah, so I do a bit of all that. But over the years, I've done a bit of all sorts. I've worked in retail and hospitality over the years, and then yeah, it's just gradually migrated to me doing these things that I've been building this business up for the last 3 years or so. It takes a while. It takes a while to build a business up. Amor, hi, how are you? Oh, next dog's just barked, so it set mine off. So what have you been doing today, Rafaela? What's what behind me? That there? Do you mean the hanging on the door? What do you mean? Who's behind me? I think my eyes don't work. Could have been a bit of a glitch, maybe, in the camera that you were seeing, or it could have been one of my guides that tend to hang around and pop in and say hello now and again. Okie dokie, no problem. Battery is low. Take care, and it's been lovely to meet you, lovely to speak to you. Have a lovely rest of your day over in the Philippines. I don't think I've ever chatted to anybody from the Philippines on here, so that's a first. That's lovely. It's nice to see that the channel is getting some exposure and it's going far and wide. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can keep up with my content, and also for whenever I do go live. So if you enjoy just coming on here and just chilling out and chatting away, talking about whatever, or just chilling out, then then you keep updated for when I do go live, so you can come and check it out and say hello and meet other subscribers and other channel members as well. So there is a membership on the channel, so if you want to join the membership, you're more than welcome to. It's for a small fee, but it all helps to support the channel and myself and keeps things going, keeps things rocking and rolling. But again, totally optional, but that subscribe button is always there for you, which is free to use, and just hit that, and it helps with the channel's algorithm and helps me get seen by more people, which is all about growing the channel, growing the community, and so it gives me more opportunity to grow. And we've seen quite a big increase in subscribers lately, so that's been really lovely. It's been really good. A lot have come from lives, and a lot have come from the video that I did about grounding and what grounding really is and what it means and how we do it. So that's been really good, and the messages that I gave resonated with a lot of people, and YouTube pushed that video out there as well for more people to see it. So when it starts getting momentum, YouTube thinks, oh, this is going well, let's push it out there. So you just don't know how far it's going to reach, and that's the wonder of it, that's the beauty of it. You just don't know how far it's going to go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's have a look at this now. I don't want to go too dark on that. Alright, this white isn't behaving itself because that's gonna all... We need to get some more white because that's just solidified. I won't put as much out this time, don't want to waste it. So that's changed quite a bit in quite a short space of time, really. So let's just highlight the edges again of these petals. It's another quiet morning. Mind you, I said this yesterday. We had a really quiet morning yesterday, and there wasn't many people on. And then after about half an hour or so, there was quite a few people came on, and then I tend to only be on for about an hour. And they didn't want me to go because we got into some nice discussion, but I had things to do. So when I do come on, I tend to come on for about an hour or so, sometimes a little bit over. But yeah, I've got a client today at 2. And then obviously I've got a few bits to do around the house before then, so I thought, you know what, I'll just jump on here for an hour and do a bit more painting, and it kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone. But yeah, if you're new here and you're watching it on like a replay, and maybe you've taken a look at some of my videos, or maybe the channel name piques some interest. You know, I've got a lot of content on this channel now. I've got over like 1,600 videos. Knock knock, hello Blocks Time. All about kind of like my kind of like journey really, but also using aspects of that to be able to help you on your journey. And I just think coming on here and just doing some painting and just chatting and seeing what anybody wants to talk about, it's a real great way to just, you know, just be actually, it's a better way to connect to people rather than just recording a video. And it's more personal, I think. You're getting that one-to-one connection. I mean, I love making videos and doing the content. I'm just about to schedule another meditation to go up for next month. But this is a great way to, well, be authentic really, and you actually get to see me just being me, rather than on a video that has been. They're never scripted, and I never script my videos. I just go with the flow and see what comes out and see what happens. And I think that's authentic as well. You know, you're not overly prepared. I think it's nice to just go with the flow and not be so polished. Because sometimes that can be quite scary for a lot of creators, especially new creators to YouTube. If your videos are like really, really polished and highly edited, and you think, like new creators, I mean, when I first started, I just think, oh my God, I'm not going to have the time to do all that, editing and this, that, and the other, and I haven't got the equipment, and you know, I need to spend loads of money on all different stuff. But you really don't. You really don't. Everyone these days has a mobile phone, and you just record a video on your camera and upload it, and that's it. You're off. As weird as it feels to begin with, it feels really weird talking to the camera because you just think you're talking to yourself. Justin Crafton, hello, welcome to the live. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, if you're new, please do subscribe and keep up to date with my content and when I do go live and new videos and what have you. But I mean, I started this channel in 2020, I think it was, and we've just gone over 3,600 subscribers, so it's done really, really well. Obed Laloma, hi, how are you? Where are you guys from? There's 3 people in the live so far. Where you're all from? Let me know where you're from. Let me know what you've been doing or what you plan to do today. And also hit that subscribe button if you're new here and you've never been to the channel before. It'd be great to connect with you more in the future and find out a bit more about you. Fiji, wow. Hello, Fiji. That's amazing. That's beautiful. Wow, we've just had someone on from the Philippines not so long ago. You're here from Fiji. That's amazing. Don't you just think it's like, how crazy is it that you can speak to somebody via a live on the other side of the world? It's just amazing. And you find out about all these different people and you chat to them and you create a connection, you create community, digital community, yeah, it's just lovely. I just think it's really, really powerful. It's a real powerful way to connect to people. Yeah, it really is. It really is. Where am I from? I'm in the UK. I'm in England. Justin Crafton is in the US. Hello, US. The land of the free. How's things going over in the States? It's all been a bit strange over there lately. Well, it's a bit strange over here as well lately, but yeah, how's it going over there at the minute? Okay, no problem. That's all right. You take care and we'll hopefully see you soon. How's the weather over here in the UK? It's wet. It's wet and dreary. It's a really grey day today over here. It's supposed to get out fine a bit later on, but only for a couple of hours and then it's like sunset, so not for very long. But I got out for a decent long walk yesterday, so I managed to get a few rays yesterday, so that was good. Hey, Princey Pessa, how are you? Angela, that's right, sorry. It's cold and windy but sunny over in Fiji. I wish people had stopped messaging there. Let's get rid of that. There we go. You're well? I'm very well, thank you. I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm just on doing a little bit of artwork again. So Angela was here yesterday. I think it was yesterday, wasn't it? The days just blur. So I'm on with this now again. It's changed a little bit from what you saw yesterday. I've brought it down a little bit. So I've put a bit more colour in. Because the digital photo that I've got of this flower is a lot more vibrant, it's a lot brighter, it's more powerful. So I was like, right, it was a bit too light, a bit too insipid. So I've taken a bit of the white away, added a bit more red, pinkiness, a bit more strength to it. So it kind of like, it stands out a little bit, strikes through. So yeah, I'm really enjoying doing this actually. I might actually have to do more flowers in future because I've really enjoyed doing this. And I think flowers are something that people like. Do people like paintings of flowers? I don't know. Is it something that's popular? I would think there would be a call for it. You do? Yeah. I don't see why not. I mean, they are beautiful, like, aren't they? When you look at how intricate and how delicate they are. You paint animals and flowers. I've sold a few. I've sold a few prints over on Etsy. Yeah, I did try and set up like a Shopify, and I was trying to link it to my YouTube channel so people could sort of like print on demand through the channel. But I just couldn't. I just couldn't get it. It wouldn't. I don't know what was going on wrong with it. I just couldn't connect it, or I couldn't put it on YouTube. It was really. Like difficult to try and get my head around. So I just thought, oh, I can't be bothered with this. Just a question for you: how do you feel about the death of Charlie Kirk? No offense taken. I think it's awful, to be honest with you. The fact that someone can't have an opinion, it's absolutely shocking. It really, really is. And I think it's sent a lot of shockwaves through the world. It really has. But sometimes, and I'm not like sort of condoning anyone's activities, but sometimes, you know, these sorts of things, they happen because it needs to kind of like make us realize how bad we're getting as a civilization. And it's not that it's right. You know, I don't agree with any of what's happened. It's absolutely horrifying and horrific to think that that's now what people would do because they don't agree with someone's opinion. At the end of the day, you know, if someone doesn't agree with something that I say, it is what it is. I'm not bothered. If I didn't agree with them, I wouldn't go out and like hurt them. It's just, that's their choice, that's their opinion. I have an opinion, they have an opinion. And the way we've been culturally divided by politics and by this left-wing, right-wing crap, you know, I don't agree with any of that. And the whole system is out to divide us and separate us. So I just don't, I don't agree with any of it. And I don't follow any of it, to be honest with you. I mean, I keep a rough idea on what's going on, and I feel into it intuitively as to what I feel is actually going on, but I don't sort of I don't overanalyze it or get too deep into it. He was really bold for his faith, you know, and it's a really, really sad world when you just someone can't have an opinion, and we can't just get along. And something I've said the last few days, because in line with this and in sight of this happening, the last few days I've just been telling people, just love each other, just be compassionate and care for each other and help each other. You know, everyone's in different stages and everyone's so like mixed up and need to be found. You know, so we just need to be kind. Yeah, Kennedy, he was shot. There's been a lot of people over the years that have been shot because of their opinions. They've been got rid of kind of like by the system as such, um, because because their opinion didn't fall in line with the narrative of what they were I suppose the systems at the time were trying to feed. Um, I did a few years ago. I did a channeling with John Lennon, so I was working with John Lennon's energy and having a conversation with him, and he showed me quite a lot of interesting stuff, and I put the video up on the channel, so go and check it out. And it was a lot to do with, some of it was to do with like how he was killed and who by, and yeah, I don't retain a lot of the information after it, but yeah, it was interesting. I enjoyed it, and he was a really lovely energy to work with as well. Very gentle, very caring. Oh, John Lennon was such a beautiful soul, a very aware, very awakened soul. Hmm. Yeah, I think they definitely have. Um, I think they definitely have a way with words for sure. Yeah, you do right, Obed. You just come to watch and communicate through live streams just to escape the world. Yeah, and that's why I like to create the videos on here, and that's why I like to go live as well, just to give people a chance to just step away from uh, the the craziness. And the more we step away from it, it actually helps our energy. It actually helps to raise our own vibration because we're not being lowered by the global frequency. Hmm. I love men who have a way with words. Yeah, I like the wisdom that come out of when you listen to music as well. You listen to certain songs, and there's a lot of like kind of like wisdom and hidden messages in music. There really is, and there's a lot more depth than what people realize in music. If you actually sit down and listen to the words of music, there's so much depth in the messages that people kind of like tend to, they just look over, they don't think about it, they're too busy in the beat or the tune or whatever. But if you actually listen to the words, there's a lot of messages in the songs. Ian, you karmas. Oh, thank you. I'm so pleased I can help. The bullying in schools is just getting intense and worse every day. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's a bit mad. You know, when things like that are happening, the best thing we can do is to just work on our own energy, work on our own inner light, because the more we do that, the more we send out into the world, and it helps to change and shift frequencies that are around us. So that's another reason why, you know, art, creation, meditation, anything that you really enjoy, anything that feeds you as a person that you really love doing, just do it, because it helps the collective energy. It helps to shift us through negativity. It really does. It has such a powerful effect. That's why art relaxes you. Yeah. It was bullied at school, but it's worse now. Yeah. Online bullying, just horrible. Yeah, it is. It's awful. That's why we've got to have this separation from it. I think it's just too much. It's taken over our lives. You know, when I was a kid, there was no internet. You know, the kind of like the World Wide Web, the internet. It was just starting to come to something when I left secondary school. And even then, it wasn't like anything sort of huge. And the Encyclopedia Britannica was on like a CD, and everyone was like raving about this CD because all this information was just there on a disc, and you put it in, and you can just find whatever. It was. But when you think about it now, compared to what we have, it was so basic. But back in those times, when you're that age, you didn't have any of this sort of stuff to worry about. Yeah, I mean, I was picked on at school and what have you for being fat or whatever. But that's like, it's not really, it didn't really bother me. But now it's more psychological, it's more mental and emotional rather than physical. The physical stuff, you can just kind of like, you know what, just sod off. I'm really not bothered. But it's the psychological stuff that goes on alongside it. And you get so many people now with that, they play the system at its own game a little bit, because, you know, we've got things like autism and ADHD and this and that, and you've got all these different labels. But sometimes I think it's used as an excuse for kids to do things. And maybe a bit of a controversial view, perhaps. But I think sometimes these labels are used as an excuse for behaviour, for bad parenting, and for not bringing up children properly. And I think sometimes children, I think they've basically been brought into the world because of a means of getting maybe some financial aid, some sort of benefit or something like that. And they've not really been looked after or cared for or brought up or educated properly, and they've just relied on the schooling system to do that. But that doesn't give them the psychological, loving side and the empathic side of things that parenting needs, and the right and wrong. There's no discipline. You know, so how do they know what's right and what's wrong anymore? They don't, and that's why they behave in such with chaotic behaviour. And a lot of the time now, it's just used as an excuse, I think, to say, oh well, he's got this. Well, actually, he probably hasn't got anything like that, because I mean, at the end of the day, like, the medical industry doesn't even know what ADHD is. But when you listen to Dr. What's his name? His name's escaped me. Dr. I think he's Matus or something like that, and he's a psychotherapist. He's a psychologist, and he works with the mind, and it's all to do with the emotional state of people. So things like ADHD and whatever, it's all the emotional state of what they've gone through, of the trauma, of the generational trauma, And I was talking to this somebody with yesterday on a live, and I was talking a little bit about ancestral healing. So ancestral healing is stuff that, say, my grandmother maybe went through something really, really horrific, and if it isn't processed and dealt with in that life, then it goes into the next generation. It goes through and goes through and goes through. And eventually that trauma that's been held on genetically in the body, it manifests as different things in each body, and you have to eventually work through it. You get to a point now, say, where I'm at, and I've got this 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 trauma in my body, and I don't really know where it's coming from, but it's ancestral trauma. It's been moved through the generations, and I think science now and the medical industry are just kind of like just scraping the surface with this stuff. But when you think of it energetically, it just makes sense. It just makes sense that this stuff carries through from great grandparent, grandparent, and it just goes through the generations, and eventually it gets to a point where someone has to deal with it, and if they don't deal with it, it just goes on. There's a real great there's a thing I've seen a few times on social media, and it sort of like depicts generational traumas. You've got like sort of a great grandparent, a grandparent, the parent, and then the child. And the parent is kind of like doing the healing, and you see all of the stuff going back over. So the child is going to be safe. The child is going to be okay because the parent has dealt with all of the shit that's come down generationally, which, when you think of it consciously, in those energetic stages of evolution that the families have gone through, they're not aware of any of that stuff because they're not taught it. It's not readily available. And it's only when you get to a certain point, like now, in this time and age, where people are more aware of energy, of frequency, of sound, of vibration, and the healing effects that it has on the mind, body, and spirit for a holistic form of healing, to then be able to affect all of the stuff that's gone on previously, to then move on into and send that healthier person, that healthier mindset, that healthier psychological way of being into the next generation. So they're going to be wiser, they're going to be stronger, they're going to be more focused, they're going to be more in their own sovereignty, in their own power. They're going to be they'll be like the pioneers of the future, because they haven't got all this baggage and generational trauma that they have to deal with. And that's where we're at now. So that's why we see so much conflict. That's why we see so much separation and division between people, and bullying and targeting and all the online stuff and da 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 da. It's really quite, it's powerful. It really is powerful. Yeah, exactly. You're just human born in a different time. Yeah, and the labeling. Yeah, we're all having an energetic experience, and it's how we deal with it. It's how we move through it. Um, so yeah, it's right now is a really, really powerful time for humanity as humanity awakens and becomes more aware of itself, individually, as an individual soul being, having a human experience, and also collectively on the earth, because the earth and nature and we're all connected. So when you harm nature, you're harming an aspect of yourself. And this is the level of consciousness we need to try and like expand beyond to other people, to be aware of, to be able to find real change in the world and in ourselves. And the only time we see the change in the world is when we find it within us, because we are an aspect of that, and that's how the healing moves outwards and transcends into the world beyond our physical body. It is such a powerful time, and you can feel it. You know, you can feel it. You see all this, you see a lot of chaos in the world and stuff that's happening. You see all the stuff that's happening, and in one side of things, when you look at it, you just think, oh my God, it's anarchy, it's chaos, and what have you. But it's actually it's these polar opposites. It's the yin and yang. It's that right down the middle is where we're at, and we're seeing it from two sides. And the beautiful thing as well is, you know, that we should be able to just be open to have discussions about whatever, you know, and because we've all got our own opinion, and just because, like we were saying before, just because someone doesn't agree with that doesn't make them right, doesn't make them wrong. It's their opinion. It's just where they're at. There is no right or wrong. In a non-dualistic concept, there is no right or wrong. There's only from where you are at your level of awareness. Wow, time has flown today. So we're cracking on with it, like, aren't we? What do you think? So I've got all of them leaves there. So I'm wanting to eventually sort of darken the background down to really make the leaves and the flower stand out a little bit more. But yeah, I think it's getting there. It's getting there. So what's people up to today then? Because I need to head off shortly. I've got a client shortly, so I need to go and do a few bits and bobs. Thank you, Angela. Oh. You're going to bed? Are you in Australia, Angela? I can't remember. Was it Australia that you're at? You had a stressful day. Oh, bless you. Well, I hope this little bit of time here with me has helped you to kind of like unwind a little bit. I hope it's helped. Yeah, Australia. I thought it was Australia. You know, when you speak to so many people, you lose track of where they're at and what have you. But yeah, I hope just being here has helped you just sort of like just decompress a little bit and just chill out. Sydney. Oh yeah, because we were talking about time zones, weren't we? That's right. Yeah. Right, well, you go and have a good sleep, a good rest, and enjoy. And I'm going to head off. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If it's your first time watching live or being here, or you've enjoyed some of the conversation, then please do subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in another video very soon. But until then, do take care. Much love. Bye for now, and namaste. Bye-bye. Take care.